Every single tower in BTD 6 has an ability, which can be located in the middle path of a tower, and normally it revolves entirely around its ability. For example, let's take Plasma Monkey Fan Club. It's entirely dependent on that ability. Same with like Sar Bomba, which drops in a giant bomb. Without the ability, it's kind of useless. But today, we have changed every single ability in the game and removed them, and instead given the tower a brand new mechanic that fits the theme of that tower. Blade Maelstrom, normally when used as an ability, shoots out this big giant swarm of Maelstroms. But now we've changed it so that blades have additional range and pierce and seek out balloons on their own. So there's no longer an ability, but it changes it. And today we're going to go over every single alternate ability from every single tower, try it out, see how it is, see which one is our favorite and the most overpowered, and have a really fun time. You might have noticed that we've covered this mod in the past, but we've never actually broken down each individual ability. And since this mod has been released, there's actually been some updates. I'd highly recommend you check out my movies channel, which can be found in the description down below. We upload there pretty regularly, and we upload really long, awesome compilation content. So Dart Monkey, let's see. So Super Monkey Fan Club gains permanent super attack speed and range. So if we upgrade it, so it gets a little bit of a bonus. So there's no... You can't get other towers now. Like, there's no ability to change other Dart Monkeys next to it, which is actually pretty interesting. But now, whoa! That's actually kind of awesome. And then if you get Plasma Monkey Fan Club, what? Okay, wait, that's actually really cool. I actually like that a lot. I think I would use this a lot more frequently then. Like, if this was the tower, I would definitely use it. It seems really good. Like, what if we do, like, round 63 versus it? Let's see how well it actually manages. Holy cow! What about like round 76? How well does it do? Like 76? That is really solid. That is really, really solid. It might be a little bit expensive to like get that. Next up, we got the Boomerang Monkey, which turbocharged. So moderate attack speed increased and boomerang shock balloons. They shock balloons. Wait, what? Okay, so... Oh, whoa, look at that. That's actually pretty good. And then permacharge, so permacharge, super fast attack speed, and even more powerful shock effect. Whoa, that is gnarly. And then like you get glaze here, like let's just reset. Obviously, let's try it again. I really like the shock mechanic. That is super solid. It actually seems like it would be better because it gives it an ability to kind of have like an extra cleanup. So you'd want extra damage, I would say, or the red hot ranks aren't as good. But I still think that's, like, really nice. Like, that does a lot of damage. And, like, the bonus shock is pretty cool. I don't know, is it as good as the ability? I think so. I think this is stronger than the ability. All right, next up, we got Bombshooter and so Moab Assassin. So main attacks do further increase Moab damage with more range. And then Moab Eliminator does extremely further. So basically, this just makes it do an insane amount of damage. Right? Like, how much damage are we talking, though? So, like, Moab, how much damage? 200 damage? That seems pretty good. But is it, like, if we do, like, a ZOMG. So, like, let's spawn the ZOMG, and let's see what happens. That's pretty good. Is this better, though? I don't... Ooh, whoa! I think this might actually be better. I think if you, like, put, like, Permabrew and you put some other stuff on it, I think this thing would go kind of nutty, right? Because you can actually get village buffs and stuff like that. So, like, if you put, like, a village down and you get, like, a primary expertise with it, and then also you'd want to make sure that you got an MIB, and then you get, like, a permabrew with it. Let's just see what, like, let's see it go up against, like, a BAD. Just out of curiosity. Like, that's a lot of damage. It's definitely not one-shotting it, but having the consistent damage and not having to worry about ability... I don't know if this is better or worse. I actually don't know. Comment down below, which ones do you think are better? Like, do you think that this is better than having an ability or not having an ability? I'd love to know what you guys think about these. So I think that's pretty good. Let's try out some other ones. Tack Shooter. This one I think is going to be really interesting Because this is like, this entirely revolves around it. So Blade Maelstrom, blades have additional range and pierce and seek balloons out on their own, and then shoots more homing blades with increased range and pierce. The range is insane. Definitely think we want more attacks for this. And let's see what happens with this. Whoa. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I actually kind of like that. Like, you do like round 79, you do like a big swarm of balloons. It doesn't have like a big, like, crazy bonus, but I actually kind of like it. It gives it a much better like vibe, I would say. I think this is more fun to use. And I think now that all of the blades kind of do their thing with being paired, I think this is definitely better. Like, ability base wise, this one is way cooler. This one is way, way cooler, I would say. A 10 out of 10, honestly. Yeah, look at that. That did a pretty good job. And it's pretty cheap. For only like $14,000, I'd pick this one up. The other big thing to note about having a tower like this, or having this as the thing, is you don't need to have it in like a good spot, right? Because like most of the time it's so dependent on where you'd have it, right? Because you need to have that like area. But if you have it here, right, like all of the blade, as long as it can shoot, it will hit all of the balloons. So as long as it is in range, it's good. So you could actually use it on any map and it be really good. Cold Aura can partially slow Moab class balloons, and then Absolute Zero. So Cold Aura slows Moabs even further and globally buffs attack speed of Ice Monkeys. That's actually pretty cool. So how slow does it make it though? Like, let's get a Moab. It's not that much of a difference. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, let's get a village, because I didn't let it see camo balloons on accident. Like, what about DDTs? I don't think that's worth it. I do not think, like, it does not slow that much. Nah, I think that's a complete downgrade. I think that is a complete and utter downgrade, not being able to slow Moabs or DDTs. Like, the whole point is the fact that you can just slow DDTs and, like, put them down in their place. I think that is absolutely a downgrade, and I would not recommend using that. Next up, Glue Gunner. Glue Strike. So glue weakens balloons, making them take increased damage and be vulnerable to sharp sources, and then glue weakens and slows balloons further. Range is increased. So this just makes balloons much... Oh my gosh, he's global. Let's do Crossbow Master. Right here, okay? And then we're going to spawn one ZOMG. Without the Glue Storm. Let's see where this guy gets popped. So it pops right there, and then the balloons get all the way to there. Okay. What if we get our Glue Gunner friend? How much of a difference does this make? Oh, he can't hit what? He doesn't hit. So he can only hit balloons. Oh, interesting. Bad. I think Glue Storm hits all balloons. So since this can't hit all balloons, also bad. So I would not recommend it. Next up, we have the new alternate ability for Desperado. So Deadeye gains rifle shot excel against fortified targets and can pop lead balloons. Wait, all towers in range have camo detection and slightly increased attack range. All towers. What? That's insane. Okay, Bounty Hunter. So Desperado's main attack has a chance to mark balloons for execution. Mark balloons take more damage and give more cash. All Desperados can target marked balloons. So, for example, if we go ahead and we just get like Bounty Hunter, first of all, how much range bonus do you get? Not a lot, and it has to be within the small radius, by the way. So that is something to keep in mind. So let's say we put a bunch of Desperados over here, right? Because all Desperados can target marked balloons. And we have Bounty Hunter. Let's see. So if I do this, they're not targeting it. But he does have the target on. Maybe they have to be Deadeyes. Maybe they have to be. I think that's actually, they have to be the T2s. Let's see. So that's marked. So they don't attack it, but it still has a chance to mark them to be able to make, like, bonus money, right? But since he, like, instantly attacks them, so he instantly hits them and, like, pops them, I don't think it's that good. Right? Because you want to get the marked balloons, because you want to be able to, like, make bonus money. So, like, he almost never marks the balloons, because he, like, before he even pops them. So maybe it counts as, like, when he hits them, but I don't think you're making a lot of bonus money. So I probably wouldn't think that this ability is all that powerful as well. So I think it's like kind of okay, but not that great. Sniper Monkey's up next as we enter in military category. Let's see what supply drop. So bullets can bounce twice as much. Whoa. So you actually lose out on making money. This is no longer a money-making tower. Elite Sniper. Bullets bounce even more and can bounce back to the same target. Whoa. Okay. So let's try like round 76. Let's see what this looks like. Whoa. Okay. Oh, he kind of got messed up. Wait. Maybe I was going about that wrong. Maybe now that he bounces more, you want more damage. Does that make a difference? It does. Okay, so you want large caliber with this. If you get large caliber, it helps out a lot. So basically, you're losing money in exchange for getting a little bit more damage. It depends. Like, if I'm playing on chimps, absolutely. Like, if I'm playing on harder game modes, probably so. But normally, I get this just because I want, like, a little bit of power and a little bit of money. So maybe, I don't know. That's up for you to decide where you want to use that. So what is the next one? First strike capability. So ballistic missiles do more damage, further increased against Moab and ceramics. And then preemptive strike, so automatically triggers a powerful missile attack whenever Moab spawns from a balloon entrance. Ballistic missiles do more damage, further increased against Moab and ceramics. So basically, it's just you constantly have a stream of stuff against like Moabs. So let's see. So what if we do a ZOMG? Does it one-shot the ZOMG? No, so it just that's really strong. What about 95? Can this solo 95? That's awkward. Okay, most certainly cannot solo 95. Okay, so we just need to get our supply drop, and we can have this guy target first. And this guy, they can work together for this. So, like, it's okay. I actually think I'd rather this than the preemptive strike. But then again, it really depends, right? Like, I think some is good and some is bad. Like, in a normal situation, you might want to get preemptive strike to be able to deal with, like, a large cluster balloon. So for this, you're losing out on big single target damage in order to get, like, smaller, weaker, consistent damage. And so it depends on what you're really trying to use it for. So we got the Monkey Buccaneer. So Pirate Lord. So adds 2 new cannons to the ship, and cannons attack do more damage. Oh, Pirate Lord, greatly increased attack speed for all attacks. I'm already so in love with this one. To make things a little bit easier, I'm just gonna put a Lord of the Abyss down so I can put down a Monkey Pirate right here. So we get more cannons, and I want double shot because I do want this to be like crazy. We'll just give it radar scanner. So what does this look like? So we do this, way more cannons right off the bat, and then Pirate Lord, ton of damage. So it's just way stronger now. So like 95, let's see how this does. So you can't like hook things in, but like who cares? It's soloing 95. I still think that's really awesome. I think this is just a win all in all. Like Pirate Lord does so much damage. I think this is better late game, better early game. Getting Monkey Pirates 3 of new cannons, I think that's just like awesome. On the right track, I think that would just like solo certain rounds. I think that's a huge W. All right, next up, Monkey Ace. Ooh, all right, Monkey Ace, ground 0. So bomb damage increased significantly. Shoots a continuous stream of bombs. And then Sar Bomba drops a continuous stream of larger, more powerful bombs that stun balloons. So Bomber Ace, pretty good. And then you get ground 0, and it's literally just constant. So obviously we can go centered path, but I think Wing Monkey is going to be better. And then you just do Sar Bomba, and then that just drops bombs. So it's just a constant stream of it, but like how good is it actually? Right? Like, is it actually going to be able to carry? I think the thing with this is you're going to want to like mix and match where you like constantly like do this or to like get stuff to stay on the bombs. I'm not really that good. I don't think I'm going to try to do that. I'm just going to let it do its thing. So I think like versus 95. Can this actually beat 95? Let's see. I mean, the bombs are crazy strong though. Look at this. So the bombs have an insane explosion area. Holy cow! No. This one's busted. That is insane. This one is the strongest for sure. Look at this. It is annihilating it. That was round 100 versus a SAR Bomba. Okay, this one is far the best. Way better than a normal SAR Bomba. It like clears out huge waves of balloons, a continuous stream of bombs. I think this takes the cake for sure. That one is really, really good. All right, next up we got Heli Pilot. Heli Pilot has a lot of abilities. Like, it has the most abilities out of anything. So what does Support Shunk do? So downdraft attack is stronger and damages Moab class balloons and can pick up and redeploy. So it still has the redeploy mechanic, which I like. Special operations, a monkey marine attacks from inside the heli. Whoa, so you just permanently get it now. Wait, that's actually so good. And you can still pick up a tower, right? So if you want to, you can still get another tower. So if you wanted to, you could get a Dark Champion. So what about like, you get like a Moab, crushes it, ZOMG. That's pretty good. And then downdraft damages Moab. So, I like it, but I don't think it's that good. I'm going to be honest. Because here's the thing. Where you don't get... So for downdraft being stronger and damages Moab, you lose your money. Right? Like, you make so much money on this, right? Special operations, getting that ability... If you get it early enough, you'll make like 60 grand or even $100,000. I don't think that's worth losing for a stronger downdraft. And you get special operations anyways, so like having the Marine always on, I guess is pretty good. But all in all, I would say that's probably a downgrade if I had to be honest. All right, next we got Mortar Monkey. So how is this gonna work? Artillery. So main attack upgrades to 3+ barrels for incredibly fast attack with expanded radius and then pop and all. Main attack gains additional bonus damage to stun balloons and has turbo attack speed permanently. But it doesn't stun balloons itself. Whoa, that is insane though. Like, that is crazy. I think 95 is like just a pretty good like test run. That is insane. That does a lot of damage. I like it. I actually think this is really nice. I mean, you've got an insane amount of attack speed that comes out of this, right? Crazy attack speed. It does bonus damage to stun balloons, right? So what you're actually really going to want to do to get like the most bang for your buck is you're going to want to make sure you put this guy down, and you're going to want to get like a balloon crush, right? You're going to want to get a balloon crush with like faster reload. And I think that's like your main thing that you're going to want to do. Because I think when this guy like starts to being able to stun balloons, I think you're going to just do like, look at that. That is a combo. That's a wombo combo. I like that a lot. Dartling Gunner. Let's take a peek. So Rocket Storm. So it shoots a single stream of Rocket Storm missiles with the same accuracy of its main attack. And then MAD shoots a single stream of MAD Rocket Storm missiles. So you're just getting a continuous stream of this. Oh, wait, you definitely want Laser Shock, right? Because it can, yeah. And then MAD. So you just get like an additional like fire. I actually like that. Now, does the Rocket Storm stun the balloon if it hits? It does. You see how it like kind of... So the Rocket Storm is going to like continuously slow and hit balloons. That's actually kind of nice. But the problem is you're going to run into is that you don't have like a big cleanup wave, right? So you're still going to have problems like this where balloons are just going to get by because you don't have that ability that just wipes the floor with them. So you're sacrificing your big burst potential for just a continuous stream of like okay stun. So it really depends on what you want to do. I think having 2 of the rockets that come out might be good. Having only 1, I think might just not be worth it. I think the ability still is like a little bit better. So I still like, it depends on how you're going to use it though. So like sometimes I think it could be good. Sometimes maybe not so much. Next up, we got Wizard Monkey. This one I'm actually kind of hyped for. So Summon Phoenix is Wizard gains the attacks of the Phoenix. Whoa. And then Wizard Lord Phoenix is Wizard gains the attacks. Oh. So okay. So Summon Phoenix and then interesting. So you basically, he just gets the Phoenix as well. So he gets to fire the Phoenix. And then if you get the Wizard Lord Phoenix, whoa, whoa, that's sweet. All right, let me get a village, and let's go ahead and go 95. So you basically just, whoa, okay, come on. That's pretty good. The one problem with the Phoenix, right, with these fireballs, is the fireballs are always on the outside of the screen as they spin around. But if you're in the middle of the map, like right here, and the fireballs are going out, that's really good. And the fact that you always have the both Phoenixes active, and you get those attacks are crazy. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That is nasty. Granted, there are going to be some times where the Phoenix is better if you don't have the range, but if you're able to play on a map like this, where you can just place it down and he gets all of the attacks all the time, you don't have to worry about the ability, way better, I would say. I like this one a lot. I think that one's really fun. Okay, what in the world is Tech Terror going to do? So Tech Terror. So Nanobot Plasma seeks out and destroy balloons with strong crits, and then Nanobot Plasma seek out and destroy balloons. So you basically, instead of having the ability, you just get homing. Is that what I heard? Is this a correct assumption? Oh, what? So even they just like always will come back. Whoa. Whoa, that is gnarly. That is really strong. What? Okay. BAD, let's see it. So do they come back? Are they coming back? I can't tell. That's still really good. So like what if we send like 100 ZOMGs? Man, that's really good. I don't think he can deal with all of them though. Man, because here's the thing. If I had the ability, it would just deal with all of them, right? His ability has infinite pierce. His ability can just take out everything. But being able to have homing, because like most of the time you're not going to have to deal with infinite everything. Most of the time you're only going to have to deal with like a certain like number of balloons, like not a ton, right? And I think that would be just fine for it. So I think it's nice to have it as a stronger attacking tower. Is it better? I don't know. I think a lot of these just kind of change it to make it different. But I kind of like it. I think I would use it quite often. Balloon Sabotage. Ninja's attack speeds have more range and slow balloons to half speed. Okay. And then Grand Saboteur. Ninja attack speed to further increase range and pierce and do more damage to stronger balloons. Permanent Shinobi Buff. So the stronger the balloon, the more damage he does. So like let's send, okay, so like a BAD. That's 100 BADs. Let's just do one BAD. Or, okay, let's just do a Moab. How much damage does he do? 11. So that's actually pretty strong. Okay, so what if we did like a BAD? That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage to a BAD. But what if I get a Shinobi Tactics, right? Let's just fill the map with Shinobi Tactics. All right, he's got 20 Shinobi Tactics. That's an insane amount of damage. That is a crazy amount of damage, actually, with Shinobi Tactics. That's pretty awesome, actually. And that gives him more range. I actually think that's not too shabby. What if we do Caltrops? Grand Saboteur and Caltrops. And then we send the BAD. So he sends Caltrops. That's... Oh my goodness! The Caltrops get increased damage. Wait. So, like, what about, like, round 140? Oh my goodness! 200,000 damage. Look at this. Oh, man. Okay, this one's way better. I really like the way that this one works. I think it's really cool that it scales so well. I mean, it dealt with around 140. It soloed around. I mean, it had his Shinobi Tactics, but still, for a $24,000 tower, way stronger. I really like how that, like, synergizes. So I would definitely give that my seal of approval. Total transforms. So basically, you just get a permanent. So you just get a permanent guy. That's pretty much it. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. You just get a permanent. Wait, oh, but he also has his other stuff that he uses. So he gets like both of them at the same time. It's okay. Like, it's not that great. Like, he's able to do some damage, and he becomes pretty powerful, but, like, I think it'd just be better to have all the other ones. I think it's just not that exciting. Okay, Vine creates stronger thorn piles. Nearby income generation is increased by 20%. Wait, what? And then, let's see. Vines nearest the Spirit Force do more damage. Okay. Okay, so that is kind of insane. So it just increases the amount of money you make. Wait, so for example, let's say we have this guy down. Okay. Does it, first of all, does it, okay, let's just see. So Monkeynomics, we use the ability. Oh, wait, there's no, okay, I have no money-making ability. Wait. I have no towers that just make money. Okay, let's just see. So, let's see, let's just do, we do round 1. So you get like $20 per banana. So that's normal. What about this guy? How much does that make? Whoa, that is, it does make more money. I like that. I feel like it would change a lot about farming. Monkey! I'm actually really hyped for Monkey. I have no clue what it's gonna do. So Arctic Knight. So Trident pops lead balloons, launches, so it constantly launches bouncing ice balls following target priority or targeted point. And then, so Popseidon draws such power that a rogue wave periodically floods the map with super cooled water, freezing all balloons. Whoa, so it's basically a constant Popseidon. So he just constantly throws out just like some little snowballs here and there. And then you can also hear it, like he just freezes the map too. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it's better than having the ability or like constantly always having the ability where he just can like continuously freeze the map. I mean, he can't solo round 100 when the Grand Saboteur definitely could, so it's okay. Banana farm. What in the world is the bank? So what is the bank? So bank capacity is increased to 20,000 and then bank capacity becomes $100,000. What makes the bank so crazy, being able to have $25,000 or $100,000 in it, is that it scales. So that, like, if you put $50,000 in the bank and then you play around in, like, normal balloons, you're going to be making, like, $10,000 in a single round. And then it's just going to scale and scale and scale. So, like, it just will get so crazy that, like, you'll make $20,000 a round. This completely makes the banana farm the best money-making tower easily. All right, let's just move on to Spike Factory. I feel like I have a feeling we have Spike Storm, so gains extremely accelerated production for this first few seconds, and then same. So regularly okay, so basically it just constantly gets to attack really fast. So it gets the normal thing, and then like you press the start of the round. Whoa. So right at the start of the round, it just gets like a free Spike Storm, which is really, really good. I don't know how good this actually is. Can it beat 95? Like, you hit 95, you just hit play, spawns all the spikes. 95 might not be the best thing for it, because the spikes do kind of, like, slowly start to disappear. Alright, so it's not at the, like, the exact start of the round. Yeah, here's most of them. But still, that's pretty darn powerful. That's pretty darn strong. And I don't think it's going to make it, though. No, it didn't pull it off. It didn't get it. All right, next up, we got Village. So permanent moderate attack speed and permanent global. So basically, Village just becomes global. That's pretty nice, though. So, like, anywhere, it just has hypersonic attack speed. How much attack speed, though? Like, how good does the Dart Monkey become? Pretty good. It becomes pretty good. Like, you get a sniper down. Look at that. That's actually really fast. Like, look at this. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I'd probably have that on. Here's the thing. This is really good if you're playing on your own. But if you're playing with two people who can, like, have both Homeland Defense buffs going constantly, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's worth it, right? So it kind of depends. If you're solo, worth it. If you could have more than two, not worth it. All right, Engineer Monkey. Ultra Boost. So... all towers in range are fully overclocked. So basically, any tower within range is just overclocked. Oh, what? What if, so you can pair this with the village too. Look at this. Look at how fast everything attacks now. That is insane. Oh, what? What? Okay, that is epic. Having these two, having a global, like, attack speed buff is definitely the play. That is really, really good. Does B Sandler have one? Okay, so B Sandler. So the Tyrannosaurus Rex huge jaw and sharp teeth deal a ton of damage and briefly stun balloons with each bite. And then stuns requires... Okay, so basically it will just constantly stun balloons. All right, so Gigantosaurus, and then let's merge this guy to make him very strong. All right, he is max merged. All right, and like ZOMG. Oh, that is nasty. Literally every bite. Oh, that is so good. Doesn't do it to BAD. That is wicked. That is super wicked. Really awesome. And that's every single ability that's been changed. I'd love to know, what would you guys think? Do you think some of these are better or worse? Let me see what your list is down in the description. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. I'll see you later. Peace.